Hello, Namaste. I am Sunil Dhakal. I am trying to make some math-related visual material. So if you like this materials, please to subscribe and like it also and share it. Okay, let's move on to our class. Okay, students, welcome back in your class. Today we are discussing about inverse function, and last time also we discussed more about it, some kind of inverse functions we discuss, and then we have a definition too. Last time whatever we discussed, let's see first. In inverse functions, let f is a function from a to b, 1 to 1 and on to function. Then a function f inverse from b to a defined from b to a such that for every x in b there correspond f inverse x equals to y in a is said to be the inverse function of f. हामीले inverse function लाई define गर्दाखेरि के भनेको थियौ, there must be 1 to 1 and on to function. There must be 1 to 1 and on to function. And if a function f is from a to b छ भने, then there must be f inverse from b to a. That means x र y variables are interchange here, or domain and codomain are interchange here for inverse. Okay, and for example there is a function f 1 1 2 maps with 4, 3 maps with 9. Then its inverse f inverse is it from b to a. That means b is 1 4 9 1 4 9 and a is 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, and b to a, so there must be b to a. Okay, there must be b and a here. This is a inverse function because of it is possible because of the functions type, because it is 1 to 1 and on to function. त्यसैले 1 to 1 and on to नभएको फंक्शन चाहिँ हामीले फेरि इन्भर्स एक्जिस्ट गर्न सक्दैनौं. So it must be clear about that. Okay, generally f inverse, the role of x and y are interchanged. x र y को रोल चाहिँ इन्टरचेन्ज. यहाँ चाहिँ x को भ्यालु यो x हो, डोमेन को भ्यालु. यतापटि गएपछि y हुन्छ कोडोमेन को भ्यालु, रेन्ज भनौं न. अब f इन्भर्स मा आइसकेपछि यिनीहरु इन्टरचेन्ज हुन्छ. यहाँ हेरौं 1 4 9 यता आएर डोमेन मा आएर बस्यो 1 4 9, अनि 1 2 3 यता पुगेर रेन्ज मा पुगेर बस्यो हैन. सो दिस इज the case. And for example there is a f 1 1 2 4 and 3 9. This is a f. Then its inverse is written as 1 1, no change, but here in second order pair 4 2 2 4 is changed into 4 2. The x and y are interchanged. Similarly 3 9 9 3, is it? So the role of x and y are interchanged. So this is main thing we are now doing in the problem, okay, related to inverse functions. Okay, so let's move on to then this function, inverse functions. Okay, so let's move on to there. We have here we have here a problem related to that. Before that we have to know some steps to find the inverse function. y equals to fx. Generally we suppose y is a fx. First step is interchange the position of x and y of y is equals to fx. भर्खरै मात्र हामीले चाहिँ यो फिगरबाट पनि हेर्यौं, x र y को भ्यालुहरु पोजिसनहरु चेन्ज गरेर हामीले चाहिँ इन्टरचेन्ज गरेर f इन्भर्स फाइन्ड आउट गरे जस्तै अर्डर पेयर को केसमा. अब हामी प्रब्लम सल्भ गर्दाखेरि पनि similarly we solve the same using same technique. Okay, and next one is after changing the x and y we solve for y. त्यसपछि हामी y को लागि भ्यालु निकाल्छौं. solve गरेर y को value निकाल्छौं. After that, solving the value for y, that value y is now f inverse x. That means y equals to fx is our f inverse x is our inverse functions of the given function. So this is the steps. These are the steps. Now move on to example first. First example is here. Find the inverse of the following function. There is a one function fx equals to 3x plus 5. Okay, and in this function we are going to find the inverse of this function. For this, as before we discussed, here fx is this, and we have to suppose that fx is a y because fx and y are same. Okay, we suppose that the range element fx, our domain codomain element, we suppose y, and then y equals to 3x plus 5. And then same case, the last in the last pictorial example, and the example function must be one to one and on to हुनै पर्छ. Without this we cannot find f inverse. So the function is one to one and on to function. After that we have to change the role of x and y. So change the role of x and y. That means here is a y, so we write x, and here is x and we write y. So this is the interchanging of x and y. And now solve for y now. त्यसपछि हामी के गर्छौं त y को लागि y को भ्यालु फाइन्ड आउट गर्छौं. y को भ्यालु फाइन्ड आउट गर्दाखेरि के गर्छौं, यो this left hand side that is 5 here, and this plus 5 move on to right in left hand side. Okay, it will be minus 5, and there is 3y. And further, if you want to find the value of y, then there is 3 that goes to left hand side, will divide, then y equals to x minus 5 by 3. So this is finally f inverse x. This is f inverse x equals to x minus 5 by 3, which is your answer. Okay, this is your answer. So in this way we can find the inverse function of fx, given fx. Okay, so if you have any kind of problem, you can comment in the comment box. Okay, so this is the first example, and if you have any problem, you can see another problem also. I have another problem, so you can again take example of this. Okay, example of this, and you have a more clear idea about the inverse function. Let's see that one. We have fx 2x minus 3. Similar case. First, suppose that fx is a y equals to 2x minus 3. Okay, suppose by y, and here is also fx is one to one and on to function, so f inverse exists. Okay, no need to write that one also. You can write either, or sometimes you may not write. Okay, don't worry about that. And then after saying that, we have a next step. Now interchanging the role of x and y. We are going to change the role of x and y. That means in case of y we write x, and in case of x we write y. Just interchange the variable x equals to 2y minus 3. And next step is we are finding the value of y. Now we are going to find the value of y by solving it, x plus 3, and that 2 divide here and equals to y. So finally y equals to x plus 3 by 2. Is it? This is y. So that y is now finally f inverse x. That y is now finally f inverse x. We write f inverse x equals to x plus 3 by 2. So this one is our inverse function of given function fx. हामीले यो fx को 2x plus minus 3 को inverse function यहाँ हामीले find out गर्यौं. So This is another problem you have. You can try yourself also. And similarly we can solve another problem. Let's move on to another one. Okay, a little bit different one. Okay, हामीसँग अलिकति different अर्को problem छ जुन हामीसँग छ. If fx equals to 1 minus 3x by 2, find f inverse x and f inverse minus 4. अब हामीलाई अलिकति एक स्टेप बढी काम गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ यहाँ, किनभने हामीसँग f इन्भर्स फाइन्ड आउट गर्नुपर्ने नै छ, सँगसँगै f इन्भर्स माइनस 4 पनि फाइन्ड आउट गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ है. यस्तो खालको प्रब्लमहरु हामीसँग sometimes there will be in SE examination, such kind of problems were asked. Okay, so let's move on to the same problem, and you know the steps here. First, suppose that function fx equals to y equals to 1 minus 3x by 2, and now interchanging the role of x and y, we have that in place of y we write a x here equals to 1 minus 3y by 2, and now what you have to do, you have to do cross multiplication error here. X into 2 2x equals to 1 minus 3y, and then solve for y, bring that minus 3y left hand side will be plus 3y, and this 1 is as it is, and 2x goes to another side will be minus 2x. Okay, and after that if you have want to find the value of y, then there is 3, so you have to move to another side and it will be divided here, because here the 3 is multiplied with y, so if you move to another side it will divide. So finally y equals to 1 minus 2x by 3, so which one is f inverse x? This one is f inverse x. We get f inverse x equals to 1 minus 2x by 3. But we have a more step to find f inverse minus 4. Okay, so easy one, you can easily find that one also, because wherever that x in the f inverse x, you have to put the value x is minus 4. अब हामी x को ठाउँमा minus 4 रिप्लेस गर्छौं र हामीलाई सोधिएको फाइन्ड आउट गर भनेको f inverse minus 4 फाइन्ड आउट गर्छौं. So put here in place of x minus 4, not only here, the right hand side x here, you have to put that minus 4 here also, and then solve it. Now 1 minus 2 4s are 8, and minus plus also, and 1 plus 8 by 3 equals to 9 by 3. So this 9 by 3, now if you cancel it, 3 3s are 9 we have, so finally f inverse minus 4 is 3. So this is your f inverse minus 4 is your answer. Finally you get the answer. Is that clear? If you have a clear concept about f inverse minus 4, you can solve a similar kind of problem. Okay, don't worry about that. You can solve more problem related to that. So if you want to know more problem related to it, you can move on to another question also. You have a I have a similar kind of problem, a little bit a different one, but not different one actually, it is the same, but the given function is we have a differently. Okay, so you have a fx, this one is also fx. Okay, don't worry about that. F is a function from x to this, that means this is fx. Okay, fx, and you can write this fx y, suppose y equals to fx equals to 2x plus 3y x minus 3. Same kinds of problem you have. Interchange the rule of x and y here also. Okay, you can interchange here, and then in place of y you can write x, and yeah, in place of x you have a y. Okay, but in last example we have a single y, but right now we have a one in denominator and numerator both have y. Okay, so that we have to bring single y first after solving. Okay, so let's see how to solve. First cross multiply it, x into y minus 3 you have x into y minus 3, and right hand side you have same 2y plus 3, and after that multiply with x, xy minus 3x. Okay, here 2y plus 3, and you have a 2y here, and here is also y, because you want to find the value of y. So there are 2y, so bring in the same sides. Okay, अब हामीसँग भएको xy यहाँ y भएको टर्म्स दुईटै छ, त्यो y भएको टर्मलाई हामी के गर्छौँ एकैतिर चाहिँ लिएर आउँछौँ, जसले गर्दा हामीलाई इजी होस् to bring single y. Okay, so xy minus this 2y, here we have, and 3x plus 3. This minus 3x goes to right hand side, will be plus 3x. यो स्टेपमा हामीले के गरिरहेछौँ भन्दाखेरि यो y लाई हामी एउटै साइडमा y भएको टर्मलाई हामीले एउटै साइडमा कलेक्ट गर्दैछौँ. Why is that? Because now we can take LCM, sorry, common here. y लाई हामी के गर्छौँ कमन लिन्छौँ. y कमन लिइसक्यौँ भने के हुन्छ त, अब हामी y कमन आइसकेपछि we have x here remaining, minus minus 2 is remaining here, and right hand side as it is, and due to that we can find the value of y. now हामीले solve for y भनिरहेका छौँ हैन, हाम्रो स्टेपमा y को भ्यालु निकाल्दैछौँ. त्यसैले y सिंगल भइसकेपछि अब हामी के गर्छौँ यो x minus 2 लाई अर्को साइडमा लग्यौँ भने डिभाइड हुन्छ, किनभने यो y सँग मल्टिप्लाई भएर बसेको छ x minus 2. So it goes to another side, will divides the given 3x plus 3. Okay, and finally we get the y, value of y. है हामीले सिंगल बनाएर यसरी y को भ्यालु निकाल्यौँ, र finally this one is f inverse x, and this f inverse x equals to 3x plus 3 by x minus 2. So this is your answer. Okay, if you have any questions you can share with me. Okay, this is all about this problem. So similar kind of problem you can solve. Okay, so it's your turn. Now you can evaluate yourself, find the inverse of the given functions. You have a gx 3x minus 5 by x plus 2, fx is equals to 4x plus 7 by 5x plus 3. So let's try and solve it, and please try yourself. Okay, that's all about it. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.